What words can destroy a person? Who are you talking to? After being really into what you're saying. I winced. I had something similar to this once in 9th grade. I've always been a quiet person, but some ridiculous thing happened to me in gym class and I thought, you know what, I'm actually gonna tell this story to my one friend like normal people do when they socialize. They'll find it funny. So I told my one friend the story, and when I finished she was like okay, and looked at me super strangely. Now I can't tell stories properly because I'm always worried the other person is bored or not listening, or wants me to just get to the point. Any negative comment about someone's appearance that they can't easily change. Say that someone's haircut looks bad and they can easily get a new one. But tell someone that their teeth makes their smile look bad and they will stop smiling broadly for a long time, especially if it comes from someone they respect or value. The smile thing is especially cruel. Every time they are happy they immediately get reminded of that and stop being happy. I've only tolerated you because I feel sorry for you. If only you could have gotten her to the hospital sooner. Oh shit. Yeah, this is the first one that really ripped me. Baby shoes for sale, never worn, E. Hemingway. For those interested, supposedly this is a 6-word story written by Hemingway on a bet. That claim is unsubstantiated, but Wikipedia recalls it in the following. In a 1992 letter to Canadian humorist John Robert Colombo, science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke recounts it thus: while lunching with friends at a restaurant, variously identified as Lucko's or the Algonquin, Hemingway bets the table $10 each that he can craft an entire story in 6 words. After the pot is assembled, Hemingway writes, "For sale, baby shoes, never worn on a napkin," passes this around the table, and collects his winnings. When someone makes an oddly specific bet like that, don't take it. Is it in yet? When I was in high school I was a very quiet kid with few friends. My brother and me had a domestic dispute and he broke his hand on my face, leaving me with a black eye. I went to school against my will, and the kids in math class kept asking me questions. Some girl in the back of the class screamed, "Nobody cares about him anyways," at the top of her lungs, and then everybody stopped talking to me about it and went back to business as usual. Thanks Kirsten. Have an upvote because fuck Kirsten. Kirsten is a bitch. Why does your laugh sound like that? I have a rule, and that is never ever make fun of someone's laugh, even if it's just for a joke. Laughter, real laughter, is an outward expression of pure joy, and to make anyone self-conscious about that is horribly wrong. We have so few chances in this hard mean world to be happy, and no joke is worth taking that from someone. This and someone's smile. Those two things are so messed up if you comment on them, jokingly or otherwise. I've heard so many stories of people that refuse to smile or show their teeth in a smile because of one offhanded comment as a kid/teen about it, and it messed them up for years for smiling naturally. Transaction declined. Everyone would be better off without you. I don't even know who you are. Obi-Wan was right. You've changed. I don't know you anymore. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow. You turned her against me. You will not take her from me. Don't try it. There exists, for everyone, a sentence, a series of words that has the power to destroy you. Another sentence exists, another series of words that could heal you. If you're lucky you will get the second, but you can be certain of getting the first. Philip K. Dick. I've not seen that before, but right now I realize I've heard both. My first wife once said, "I don't think I ever loved you." My second wife once said, "You do know I think the world of you, right?" Both came out of nowhere, and both made quite the impact. Sorry, but I don't love you anymore. Those can also be the most liberating words if the relationship is already destroying you. Think about it, Bill. If you died, would anyone care? Would they really care? Yeah, maybe they'd cry for a day, but let's be honest. No one would give a shit. They wouldn't. The few people that would feel obligated to go to your funeral would probably be annoyed and leave as early as possible. That's who you are. That's what you are. You're nothing to anyone, to everyone. Think about it, Bill. Because if you do, if you let yourself, you'll know I'm telling the truth. So instead of wasting any more of my time, I need you to go call someone that matters. Because Bill, you don't. Is that from Mr. Robot? It is. Season 1 episode 5. No one is ever going to love you more than I do. So sweet. Or a giant red flag from a manipulative significant other. Very much depends on the situation. Your grandchildren will never know your name is probably one of the worst things someone can say to their parents. Damn. That is seriously rough. Well, the title wasn't what words can make a person mildly uncomfortable after all. You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. Oh. Fuck off, Janet. I'm not going to your fucking baby shower. My mom once told me that I would be a failure if I ever decided to move out, which I ended up doing, and my whole family told me what a brat I was, but it was worded a bit more harshly, so yeah, that hit deep. This is because they are utterly terrified of the world outside the psychologically incestuous hive mind they have constructed for themselves, feverishly insisting that the bars they installed in their minds are just for decoration, and not to shelter them from the creeping realization that they are utterly worthless people at their core. If you got out and succeeded, it would just make their cage seem that much more like the prison it really is. You did the right thing, and should be proud of yourself. I'm so excited for your new life. Sorts, I can relate, as I was raised by and around narcissists who did the same to me. No words, but silence. If you simply don't talk to someone, they'll slowly destroy themselves. It's the worst thing you can do. I'm currently getting the silent treatment. Hate it. I tried my best to love you. Yeah, heard a variation of this. In the end he left me because his family couldn't accept my family's religious beliefs. I wasn't even the problem to begin with. He just chose his family over me, which I understand. Well, sometimes I don't, but what can you do? Ultimately I wasn't worth it. Let's keep going, I guess. It can be hard to believe, but he probably did you a favor in the long run. If your partner won't stand up for your relationship to their family when times are relatively smooth, can you imagine the potential for seething resentment when times are tough? You deserve someone that is all in, conquering your world together. It's not your kid. Sometimes it's a relief. You have something in your teeth. The internal panic is visible through people's eyes immediately. Only works if they have teeth. If they don't have teeth, you need to notice a parasite growing out of their gums. The real way is to break their sanity and financial situation is to say, I think I just saw a worm move around in your eye. My dad used to tell me and my sister he wished we would die in various ways, including, I wish you two would just die, and of course, why won't you just die, among other verbal abuse and physical to my sister. It destroyed him in that he is now elderly and cannot walk and lives in a house too big for him as he can't climb the stairs, and we cut contact with him and refused to help or even talk to him. Bailed on him as soon as we finished college. Best decision of my life. Wasn't invited to my wedding, won't be invited to hers, so yeah. Don't be an abusive parent to your kids because we remember and aren't gonna do shit for you when you need us. We need to talk. For added destruction, waiting 3 hours before you actually talk. You are stupid. Not always just an indiscreet insult, but a serious statement. People that you think of as friends telling you that you are genuinely dumb is undescribably hurtful. Especially when nobody else stands up for you, and they all silently agree that yes, you are the dumb one. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I was verbally and emotionally abused as a child. I think the worst thing my mom ever did was to tell me to undress in front of her so she could inspect my body for stretch marks. I was 12. She told me stretch marks are ugly and no man would ever want me if I had them. I had tons. A lot of teens get them during growth spurts. It's not like I could control it. Be careful of what you say to your kids. I have since learned that most people have stretch marks. I actually think they're kind of beautiful. This is why people talk about you behind your back. Pluto is not a planet. You are a worthless street rat. You were born a street rat. You'll die a street rat. And only your fleas will mourn you. Where's your mum, Potter? Is she dead? Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and to turn on notifications for this channel by hitting the notification bell. Your support is much appreciated. See you next time.